Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to our Friday 15 this week. What is the Friday 15, you ask? Well, every Friday at 12 p.m. Central Time, we go ahead, we take 15, sometimes 20 minutes to answer your questions about the travel industry that you have submitted on our website. If you have any questions that you would like to go and submit, or you'd like to watch past episodes, and you'll see a lot of Lori in the past episodes. So we always bring Lori on board to help us answer the questions. Please go to hostagencyreviews.com/Friday15. And I always say we bring many special guests, but I kind of just alluded to that. And we have brought back Lori Speers from Levarte Travel to join us this week again to answer some of your amazing and albeit very long questions this week. So thank you for joining us, Lori.
Thank you. I love being here. Friday 15s are my favorite thing.
Oh, stop it. But say more things like that.
It's so true. I have so much fun with all of you over there and with these questions. And especially today, there's some doozers.
Right? I was just going to say there's some doozies of questions.
Yeah.
Before we jump into the first one, just a reminder for everyone here, we have our Hardwired, also known as Travel Agency Tech Week, coming up in a few weeks. So we'll put the link in to go register. It is absolutely complimentary to any advisors and anyone else who would like to attend and watch our various speakers and different sessions. We will also link out, we have a call for Host Week speakers. So I'm sure you all know we have Host Week coming up at the end of January. You have until September 30th if you would like to apply to be a speaker for one of our educational sessions. So we'll link both of those for you. Without further ado, though, let's jump into the first question, Lori. Shall we do it?
Let's do it. All
right. So first question is from Marc. I'm a vendor at festivals a few times a year, advertising my travel agency. Booth visitors repeatedly ask what tours are available besides the actual flyers that I have to show them the guided trips for particular countries with prices. I do always stress to them that I can design customized trips or FITs, and that we are travel advisors. At this point, they look a little bit confused and don't realize that besides booking a fully guided tour, we can actually customize trips. What would you recommend so that they understand more clearly my services to them as a full-fledged travel advisor? Should I remove the flyers? Should I place other flyers? What should I be doing?
Wow, that is such a good question. But I'll tell you, it seems as though we're always explaining ourselves as travel advisors and all that we can do and all the value that we bring. That maybe on the flip side of your flyer or have a separate flyer on why use a travel advisor and list some of those things that you do and maybe even some of the value that you bring to your clients. And if you have trouble with that, I'm sure there's lots of places on HAR that has it spelled out. I know we do at Levarte a lot in different areas. So there's lots of resources for you to get that information. But that's never going to go away. We are constantly always explaining. It's so funny to me when people, oh, I thought you only did this. I thought you only booked cruises. I thought you only, well, no, I can do anything. And they really don't get it. So the best thing to do is be open-minded that you're constantly going to have to explain yourself and everything that you can do. Maybe put a little paragraph on the flyer on that if you have an escorted tour that I also do customized individual tours, and then have another flyer just describing your services.
Yeah, absolutely. I would even go as far to say if you're allowed to have some type of banner, even if it's a small tabletop one, those are actually always my favorite, that say, almost like a did you know sign saying I can customize a trip to anywhere in the world. I can book flights, hotels, tour, cruises, and more. I'm your one-stop resource for your entire trip, not just a tour. So kind of like saying exactly, Lori, what you're saying is just to be very clear with, here's an assortment of what I could do, but this is everything I can do. And you can make it very simple, but yes, you do typically have to describe what you're doing because remember, these people, clients sometimes don't understand what a travel advisor does. And this is your opportune moment to educate them for sure.
Absolutely. Sometimes I don't always understand all the positions other careers do either. And I learn along the way, and I only learn if they tell me. So that's something we have to share with them. I mean, my favorite question is, I didn't think there were travel agents anymore. I mean, that one sends me over the top. So if they're just not realizing you can do more than you can, you're already heads up on that game.
Yeah, that question blows my mind. I try my best not to roll my eyes and walk away when someone says that to me. I'm like,
I know.
oh, let's beg to
Yeah,
differ on that
like
one.
forever. Yeah.
We will link an article in the comments that is, what do travel advisors do? And this actually outlines privileges that are available to the advisors and not to the public. And so Marc or anyone else listening, you can use these as well to help you. So we'll link that article for you as well.
Yeah, that's a good way to show your value. Very good.
Absolutely. All right. You ready for an even longer question?
Yeah, but I hope that answered Marc.
I hope it did. And Marc, if you have any follow-ups, please feel free to submit them to us, and we'll happily answer. Okay. So we have from Anonymous, now that I've been in business for over 5 years, I am buried in data. I was checking out your travel agency software recommendations, but I'm quite overwhelmed. The type of travel booking I do is not really leisure. I book for disaster relief. So we're a 24/7 travel management company, and we book on very short notice, very high volume. Mm-hmm. I need a software where I can store all of my bookings and easily enter guest information quickly, and tracking events, room rates, savings, no-shows, etc. And there are times when I might need 20 to 100 rooms and have to call each hotel to check. I'm not sure what to use. I've been running my business day to day as work comes in, and now it's time to really get organized and spend on tools that help me work smarter, not harder. This is a very specific question.
It is. And it's not travel I've done, but here's just some advice. First of all, I love the new component to Host Agency Review that has all the technology in it. I love, love, love it, because it's a one-stop place, because we are all right now in this business. Forever we didn't have anything, and now we're getting so much, we're getting confused. But what I do, your needs. So that's really important. And now you should contact some of those on the list and ask for a demo. No matter what anyone says they have, if you get a demo, and it takes maybe 30 minutes, it's totally worth your time. Get one-on-one with them, let them do a demo, and then you can see, this is meeting my needs. Now, what's going to happen is this one's going to meet your needs here, this one's going to meet your needs here, and this one's going to meet your needs here. And you're like, where's that perfect one that does everything I need? Because that's what happens to me. So you might have to compromise and find out which of these, the priorities are more important for you, because probably somebody's not going to have everything you need. But find out what's the priority and who has that for you. But definitely do your demos. I've done demos. Sometimes I've set aside a 2-week period of just demoing because I knew I needed a new software. I know there's softwares that's going to help you. But like I said, it might be more than one, and it might be, you only know your priorities. You mentioned several of your needs, but you know what's more important. Mm-hmm. And to get one that matches them all, I'm struggling with that right now myself, and something I need. So you may just have to say, well, this one meets, knocks off enough, checks off enough, that this one is the one I'm going to go with. And then it also depends on the price and what they'll do for you and stuff. So it's an investigation. And it takes some time, but in the long run, it's totally going to be worth it. And because Host Agency Review has an area now that's all technical, you have one place to go and look for that to get the names of the people to set up your demos. That's my advice.
Well, thank you. We'll link back to the travel agency software, but yeah, the idea was hopefully to bring together different technology depending on what you want. And I totally agree with you, Lori, that different technology is right for different types of niches or different types of businesses within the industry. There is typically not a one-stop shop, which is always the hard thing, where it's like one piece of technology that does everything that you want it to do. And having worked on the travel tech side myself as well prior to HAR, one of the things that you definitely want to consider here is stacking. So, if you need to use a couple different pieces of technology, and assume that you will, that they can speak to one another. So if something happens here, if this happens here, then that happens in your other system over here. And sometimes technology natively integrates. So that means that you can connect them, no problem. Sometimes you need to use something like Zapier or another product that will help you connect the tools. But I always say, as long as you can stack the tech so that they can speak to one another, sometimes you're going to have to use 3 or 4 different tools to kind of amalgamate and bring together everything that you're going to want. So anonymous, that's what I would recommend. Also at Hardwired, so our tech week on the Friday, so October 17th is demo day. So it's just a bunch of demos back to back. We are releasing the entire schedule for the entire week on Friday. So you'll get to see all the companies that are demoing. So see if any of those are helpful for you. They're 15-minute demo snippets with a
Oh, that's so wonderful. Yeah, I'm just going to set aside my Friday for that. Is it Friday, did you say?
Yes, October 17th. Yeah. And it's 13 demos back to back. It was going to be 12, but we had to go for lucky number 13. Everyone wanted to demo, but it's 15-minute snippets with a 5-minute Q&A. So that could be a great day for anyone who wants to kind of see a bunch of demos back to back. So you kind of like give yourself that, that few hours. So, but
and here's anonymous was the person for this one, but here's what I say. Congratulations on 5 years and super congratulations on thinking that and knowing that you need to look at the possibility of getting some type of software in place, because that's real important. Sometimes you get in the habit of just doing everything manually and you don't take that next step. So the fact that you're even thinking this way is just, you're going to be successful. So that's great.
I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, absolutely. All right, ready for the final question, which is just as heavy in length as the other two. Okay, so I love this one too. I'm considering focusing on luxury, family, and accessible travel. And I was thinking of positioning myself as luxury and accessible travel for families and beyond. Before I move forward with that, I wanted to get some feedback. Does that phrasing make sense, or does it feel like too much? I'm open to refining it. And for a bit more context for everyone listening, this person works with this is Cassie, works with Virtuoso, which has opened the door to the world of luxury, has always planned travel for her own family, which inspired her to join the industry, has personal experience with accessibility needs for her son that has sensory sensitivities and family members who use wheelchairs. And do you think it's okay? So she's kind of saying, do you think it's okay for me to market myself across these areas, or would it be better to just focus on one? What do you think?
Well, I am a believer in being a specialist. I always have been. I think you may have to say no to some things. When the word gets out that this is what you specialize in, you'll actually grow bigger, and especially in the luxury field, and especially with Virtuoso. So what I would do is I would keep it like this. I think that's really good. Is it a mouthful? Yeah, but I'm not a marketing person. Maybe get with your marketing person and maybe there's another way to word it. But I would specialize in one, what you love, one, what you know, and you will get more leads and more business being specialized in this area than you will if you try to do everything. It's a proven fact. I've been in the industry for 43 years, and it's something that you learn the longer you're in the industry. Is specializing in something is definitely actually going to make you bigger and more successful than trying to do everything. That's my opinion on it.
I am 100% in agreement. I was actually just recently looking at our travel advisor annual report from 2024, and over 2,000 advisors responded. 85% of them have a specific niche, and 93% of them said they wouldn't have changed their mind. Like they wouldn't have become a generalist. They would have stayed within a niche, and they're proud of their niche. So I think that also tells you, Cassie, what your community, the industry community, also prefers. I think when you specialize, like for me, adventure travel would be what I would do, because I've traveled with an adventure travel quite greatly, but also I love it. I don't have to sell it when I talk about it, because it's just,
That's the most important thing.
yeah.
You said that you are all these things. And I could tell just in your question, you can hear the passion behind it. And if you're doing what you know and what you love, then you're going to love what you do every day. If you're trying to do all this other stuff that you don't get that joy from, you're going to get burned out. You're not going to love what you do. What we do isn't always easy. So you got to kind of love it, right? And this is going to make you have the right attitude to be successful. Besides, I believe you're successful when you specialize in anything, but it's because of the passion and the belief that's behind it. And sometimes you can change your specialty. I've been in the business a long time. So when I had children and I was a young family, I specialized in family travel. Now I specialize in senior citizen travel, I'm more of a river cruises, actually more river cruises, group like that. That is a more relaxed vibe and stuff with no children. So I, moved with what I was into, and you may do that too, but I would hone in on this. It's where your passion is. And whenever you do anything you're passionate about, you've already got to be. And that's the number one thing. And you're doing luxury, which is a great market to be in right now. And also accessible travel is also a big issue right now. And it's a niche that not a lot of people are into, but there's such a need for it. So that's also a really good place to be.
Absolutely. We've actually lately been talking a lot about accessible travel on previous Friday 15. So definitely, Cassie, go back and watch. And we've got a few articles around it too. I'm also going to drop an article in the comments about choosing a name, because I feel like you're also not like, I think you've figured out your niche and where you want to specialize. And I feel like you're almost a little bit unsure of your business name, but we have a whole article about how you actually would go about brainstorming your name, what you break down, and the most important things you want to think about within the name of your business. So I'm going to drop that article for you too, Cassie, so that you can take a look. And just, we have some templates that you can use to help you out with that, so that you can make sure you're getting your point across, but still having a name that makes the most sense for you. So,
oh, that's true, because it is a mouthful, but I kind of like it. Luxury accessible travel for families and beyond. I personally like it, but I never leave that stuff up to me, because I'm not marketing, I'm sales. So I always get a marketing person's opinion on it, because that's their specialty. We have our specialty. They have their specialty.
Yes, me too. I am not a marketer, but that's why, I totally agree. That's why I would use this article personally. But yeah, so before I let Lori go, we're going to drop 2 links in the comments. One to Levarte Travel's host agency reviews profile. Please go and check them out, learn more. If you have any questions for Lori or the team, feel free to submit them directly to Levarte. I will also drop their direct link so that you can go directly to their website, check them out if you're looking for a host, or you want to learn more about Levarte Travel. Please reach out to them. We've got lots of goodness coming up in the next few weeks. We have Nexion joining us to finish out September for the Friday 15s. Then we have Vacation Planners coming back October 3rd, Travel Industry Solutions on October 10th. Just throwing out there, that's the day after my birthday, if you want to join me for some birthday celebrations.
Yay.
And then the following week is Hardwired. It's Tech Week, so definitely come and join us. We'll drop the link again. Again, registration is completely complimentary, and the agenda will be dropping on this coming Friday. So super excited.
Wow. I think that is amazing, that October 17th. I'm definitely going to join that.
Good.
I can't imagine though 13 demos back to back, but I'm going to put my thinking cap on and I'm going to make that happen.
15-minute demo. So it makes it a little bit more digestible, which is good.
Good.
But yes, thank you, Lori. Thank you again for joining us.
I love being here. It's the highlight. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for these great questions.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. We love having you here. And thank you everyone. And please keep sending us your questions. And we'll keep answering them for you. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.